From a distance, Yelewata appears calm. Farmers have returned to their fields. Children are back in school. Markets are gradually regaining their vibrancy. And life, at least on the surface, seems to be moving on. But beneath this appearance of normalcy lies a community that is still haunted by the memories of one of the darkest nights in its history. On the night of June 13th into the early hours of June 14, 2025, armed attackers stormed Yelewata. What followed was a massacre that claimed 271 lives. Among the victims were women, children, and the elderly. Entire families were wiped out, homes were razed, hundreds were displaced. A once thriving farming community was plunging to grief and uncertainty. The attack sent shockwaves across Nigeria and the world, highlighting concerns of persistent insecurity affecting communities in Benue State and across the Middle Belt. 1 year later, survivors say memories still remain as painful as ever. For many, the trauma of the night has not faded.
When we were here, at least as a farmer, we were free from an ordinary man's want. We eat a lot of food. As a fisherman, I get a lot of fish. I sometimes even go to the bush to hunt. But life there is miserable, because from there I'm a total dependent on people.
Every day I'll be in the house and be thinking, God, how am I going to be able to train my children in this kind of condition? So it's really painful. Having lost a lot of people, like then I wouldn't have to buy food if like few years back. But now I have to buy food and I have to just look for food. And you know how things are expensive.
Despite the devastation, Yelewata have shown remarkable resilience. Many displaced residents have returned. Some homes have been rebuilt. Community life is gradually taking shape once again. Yet the scars of the attack remains visible. Community leaders say recovery has been slow, with many families still relying on support from religious organizations, humanitarian agencies, and well-wishers.
We, the people of Yelewata, we are in hunger now. Although God did not make us to be beggars, but we have become beggars now. We don't have anything to survive except through donors. So if anything that government can do to us, we will accept.
As part of activities marking the first anniversary of the massacre, residents, survivors, religious leaders, and government officials gathered for a solemn memorial service. Prayers were offered for the victims and for lasting peace in Benue State.
In all this, nobody came to rescue, and my people died.
A major highlight of the commemoration was the unveiling of the Yelewata Genocide Memorial Monument. The cenotaph bears the names of all the 271 victims, standing as a permanent tribute to those who lost their lives. Describing the anniversary as a painful reminder of the tragedy, the Catholic Bishop of Makurdi Diocese, Wilfred Anagwe, called for justice for the victims.
I recall the heartfelt appeal of Pope Leo XIV following the Sunday Angelus of 15th of June 2025, in which he expressed his deep sorrow for the massacre in Yelewata and prayed for security, for justice, and peace in Nigeria, especially for the Christian communities affected by violence. I also join my voice to that appeal and prayer.
Political leaders also renewed their calls for accountability, insisting that those responsible for the killings must be brought to justice.
I want you to mark it today that the state police, that the state governors are clamoring for now will not serve the purpose of protecting the lives and properties of the people. Rather, they are asking for instruments to intimidate political opponents.
This is simply war crimes, genocide. The solution is total justice for the victim and justice for the survivors and justice for the community to ensure that they go back and start their business. That is what I will do.
This problem persists. People are still being killed and their lands being taken even today, even now, everywhere across Benue State.
1 year after the massacre, questions remain over justice for the victims and the broader challenge of ending recurring violence in parts of Benue State. For the people of Yelewata, this anniversary is more than a time of mourning. It's a testament of resilience, a remembrance of life lost, and a call to ensure that such a tragedy never happens again. The names engraved in this memorial now stands as permanent witnesses to the painful chapter in Benue's history and a collective resolve that the victims will never be forgotten. Theophilus Tiav, Arise News.